Hello, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, then welcome in. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I don't know why I'm doing all this feels a bit much. It's not going to be my usual gaming content, but it will still be gaming themed. So let me set the scene for you. Friday afternoon, hour left of work, plans after work, beautiful sunny day. It's currently 24 degrees in the UK, which is pretty warm for the UK, I'll be honest, especially at this time of year. It's roasting. And the other bit of context is it's a bank holiday weekend, so it's a long weekend, a long sunny weekend. Like, praise be, it's stunning. Stunning vibes. I feel like everyone's gonna be in a good mood. Now, these days, I'm not really one that like goes out very often and like drinks and stuff, which I do occasionally do those things, but I'm more cozy these days. Like, I want stuff that's chill. I don't want masses of people around me. I don't want to be overstimulated. So do you know what I'm doing this evening? We're going pottery painting. If you follow me on any of the other apps, you'll probably know that I did some pottery making. I did it for a friend's birthday. We did like the wheel pottery. Now, I'm not always creative in that sense, but I'll be honest, I was pretty good. However, I have to own up and say that I have done a class 3 times. So I was in this class with people that had never done it before. So this is what I made. And it's a little mini matcha bowl. She's just adorable. So she is what I'm going to be painting this afternoon. So I do have some ideas of what I want to paint, but because it's not like a flat surface, I feel like it's actually going to be quite hard. And I wouldn't say that painting is like my creative forte. I can dabble in creative stuff, but I wouldn't say painting and drawing is like where my talents lie. Now, if you know anything about me, you'll know I love Zelda, I love Assassin's Creed. I've recently started to love Studio Ghibli. Do we just make this a matcha bowl of every game I've ever loved? But all in all, not sure what I'm going to paint. I'm going to kind of just get there and see how I feel. So yeah, we're going pottery painting this afternoon, and I thought I would take you with us. I feel like it would be a fun little moment together. Get some snacks on the way. I might get like a nice little yummy drink. Think about what I'm going to paint, and then I will return to you when we're there. So a few weeks have gone by. The last clip you would have seen would have been me like painting my pottery, and let me just tell you, it was an experience. It wasn't a bad experience by any means, but it was really busy. It was quite loud, so there was not really much I could film in there of my voice, but I'm hoping it was still fun to watch. Now, let me just run down what happened. So we had 2 hours to paint our pottery pieces, and at first that sounds like a lot of time. However, you get in there and that time zooms by and you've got like 5 minutes left and now you're stressed. And that was my exact experience. So I went in knowing that I wanted some kind of gaming theme. I was thinking Zelda. I was being very ambitious, thinking about doing Assassin's Creed. Don't know why. This girl can't draw. This girl can't paint. Quite frankly, someone should have humbled me before I got to the pottery place. They didn't. So I spent about 30 minutes drawing in pencil and then got into the painting part, at which point I'd wasted so much time anyway. And like the brushes were quite lacking. I feel like I wanted to do really detailed things and the brushes were just not. So all the little details that I wanted to do and like the fine lines I couldn't do. I spent 2 hours panic painting a chibi style Assassin's Creed moment of like Revelations, Ezio finding Altair in the library at Masyaf. And I also added a really small navy on the back. And then in the and then inside the matcha bowl, I really tried to do like a foresty Studio Ghibli theme with no face. Now I'm just giving you a pre-warning that somehow that is the part that looks worse. No face, quite frankly, should have no face. His face should not appear on this bowl because I've done him a disservice. The poor boy looks nothing like he's supposed to look, and I'm just so sorry to that man. I'm going to show you this abomination. No, I'm going to show you my trials and tribulations, this sacrilege to gaming. Okay. So this is what we have. Now I'm going to put it on its best side first. Why am I putting this on the internet? So this is Ezio. And then on the other side, now this is when I get a bit sad because when I was choosing the paints, they told me that this like outside colour was going to be a lot darker. For that reason, I then painted Altair in white, obviously his like white robes. However, the white robe isn't really showing through because of the colour of the base. So here's Altair, and you know, you might have noticed he's a skeleton because in this scene he is dead and a skeleton. So see, I've got nothing else to say on that matter really, but yeah, he's a skeleton. And then Ezio is obviously like kneeling down to him. And then on the back we have a little Navi, which, you know, she's just there really for decoration. She's not really a main character or anything. Then we move to the inside, which, yeah, honestly, the less said about this inside, the better. Just ignore No Face for a moment, right? He's not there. The greens and like the ombre effect, I don't mind. I wish I've kept with that. And then we have No Face. I actually think this camera is making it look better than it does. Let me tell you, in person, this man is so square. It's crazy. I don't know what I was thinking. My proportions were all wrong. His little purple bits aren't even coming out, bless his heart. So like, that's like my sleep paralysis demon at night, and it's basically my really badly painted No Face. But I'll be honest, I might just keep Ezio out because I actually do quite like him. Like, there were so many things that went wrong with him too, but we're just not going to get into it. He is the best of a bad bunch. Maybe I'll kind of use it as like a bit of a trinket dish because the more stuff I can put in here to hide No Face, the better. But yeah, this was my attempt at pottery, at gaming themed pottery. Did it go 100% to plan? No, it did not. It does kind of hold like sentimental value and I still do love it. I did it with one of my friends, so I'm always going to have the memories of that too. Would I do it again? Yes, I would. I just would be way less ambitious than I was, without a doubt. I just have to accept that this might not be my forte. I might not be good at painting in this way, and that's fine. But the whole part of hobbies is trying new things, and you're not always good at them, and I just need to tell myself that. But yeah, that's the end of this vlog. I really hope you enjoyed watching me struggle and suffer the consequences of my hubris. But no, I did have a lot of fun and I definitely would do it again. So if there are any other hobbies that are adjacent to like gaming or books and reading, do let me know because I would love to try them, and I will see you on the next one. So goodbye.